But let's move on to the top two IT giants, Infosys and Wipro. They reported their numbers yesterday post-market hours. Infosys kept its upper end of the guidance unchanged, while Wipro's margins and revenue was in line with the estimates. What more are we watching out for this morning from both these stocks? Let's go across to Reema to give us that. Reema.
Hi, good morning. So Infosys ADR was down over 2% overnight. So that gives you an indication of the market response to the Q2 numbers. You know, what the street is disappointed is that the upper end of the guidance was not increased despite a strong H1. So the earlier guidance was 1 to 3%. Now the company is talking about 2 to 3%. So they have the confidence to raise the lower end. 1 has become 2, but the upper end has remained unchanged. And this is despite a strong performance in the first half. In Q1, the company did 2.6% revenue growth. In the second half, 2.2%. And the ask rate, if the company has to just do a 3%, that's the upper end of the guidance, it basically means the company is not growing in Q3 and Q4. So what are these kind of headwinds that the company sees? On the whole, Q2 was fine. Revenue beat, margins slightly lower than street expectations. EBIT margins came in at 21%, expanded 20 basis points sequentially, but lower than consensus expectations. Wipro ADR also slipped close to about 2.5%. Here, Q2 numbers were in line with expectations, but I think the positive is that the Q3 guidance points to an improvement. The Q3 guidance stands at minus 0.5 to plus 1.5%. At the midpoint, the company will deliver 0.5%, which is better than Q2's performance of close to about 0.3%. So that suggests some sequential improvement. EBIT margins at 16.7% were impacted on the back of a client bankruptcy. If you strip that out, EBIT margins came in at 17.2%, largely similar to what they did in the prior quarter. Back to you.
Thank you so much for that, Reema. But on that note, also listen into what Infosys management had to say on the impact of the new H-1B visa rules and hiring, which was strong during this quarter.
Our US workforce, the number of people that require Infosys sponsorship for immigration is a minority. So the majority of the people don't require it from our perspective. Second, we built a large number of centers and hubs which are focused on digital, on innovation, on technology and AI in the US. We have relationships with universities, we have a training facility there. With all of that in mind, we are clear today that we will work with our clients without any disruption to their services and into the future.
For this quarter, our net addition is already at 8,000. We had given a guidance in terms of the fresh hiring for the year, and we had said 15 to 20,000 what we expect. We have hired in the first half 12,000 plus freshers already, so we are well on our track to hire close to 20,000 this year.